I've been asked to comment on the most important discoveries in the field of lipidology in the last half century, in my estimation. And of course, I think most people would agree that the seminal contributions of Brown and Goldstein in discovery of the LDL receptor pathway has been pivotal in advancing the mechanisms of lipidology in the last half century. But more importantly than just an intellectual and cell biological and metabolism discovery, Brown Goldstein focused on the rate-limiting enzyme of cholesterol synthesis, hydroxymethylglutamyl coenzyme A reductase. And they were able to find a diamond in the rough in the early publications of Akira Endo from Tokyo, who had been working on fungal metabolites that could inhibit that enzyme. And with the advocacy of Brown Goldstein and the discovery of Akira Endo, it led to the development of statins, which I think is indisputably a transformative change in internal medicine, public health actually, in the last half century. And there's another story that again started out with a study of human families who had a form of hyperlipidemia called autosomal dominant hypercholesterolemia. And groups working in Quebec province, in Montreal, led by Nabil Seeda, and a group in France, led by Catherine Boileau, studied families who had this rather rare form of hypercholesterolemia and identified proprotein convertase acetyllysin-kexin type 9, or PCSK9, as the gene that was regulated. Follow-on studies by Jonathan Cohn and Helen Hobbs were able to show that loss of function in PCSK9 yielded protection and commensurate changes in LDL levels. And from the human genetic studies in 2003 to the introduction of drugs that in 2017 were shown to improve cardiovascular outcomes is an enormous success story for cardiovascular science. So I think that that in a nutshell summarizes some of the major advances in lipidology in the last half century.